And welcome to Hannity, and we are in Cincinnati, Ohio, where President-elect Donald Trump, Vice President-elect Mike Pence are here on what they are calling their thank you tour, the second stop of the day. They were at Carrier Air Conditioner in Indianapolis earlier today, and the President-elect, his first cable interview, is here with us. Mr. President-elect, it's the first time you've been on since.
It's true. It's appropriate it's with you.
Has it hit you, the magnitude of all this?
Well, it does hit me, but there's so much work to be done. And as you said, we worked out a deal with Carrier where they're going to keep over 1,100 people in the United States, in this case in Indiana. And it's been a great day, and they're a great company. They were moving to Mexico, lock, stock, and barrel, and now they've changed their mind, and they're staying in this country where they should be, and we're very happy about it.
You seem to have not taken a day off. I've been watching Monday through Friday, then Saturday and Sunday, and a lot of people have been coming in and out visiting you, and you actually said in the 60 Minutes interview you want to roll up your sleeves and get to work, and you don't want a vacation.
Well, that's true. I mean, you take a little bit of a vacation every once in a while, but this has been just a great experience for me, and I love it. I love what I do. I want to help people, and we do help people, like with the Carrier folks. They're going to have a good Christmas instead of a miserable Christmas. And so I enjoy doing it. It's really not work. You know, if it's work, you can't do it. If it's not work, it's fun. I mean, you hear the crowd outside. We're in Ohio, and we're doing a Thank You Ohio, and then Thank You Iowa. We're going to do a tour throughout some of these great states that were so good to us, the swing states. We won almost all of them. And so we're going around. I guess we're going to make about 10 stops and just do thank you tours.
How's the process? You've already made a lot of selections,
Yeah.
A couple more to go?
Yeah, we have a few more to go, but we've made some great selections, and actually more than a few, but it's been really a well-oiled machine. We're doing well. We're getting fantastic people and actually getting very good reviews. People are respecting the process and what we've done.
You know, I think you've been more gracious and maybe more magnanimous than I would be, especially you now met with Governor Mitt Romney twice. How was that?
It was good. We got along very well. He was very, very nice in terms of his remarks afterwards, and I think it was very good. We have some terrific people and terrific people to come.
Yeah, and I assume those decisions are going to be made. You had told me throughout the campaign I would go through a list of issues: Supreme Court justice, vetting refugees, building the wall. If anything that you say, like on 60 Minutes, you said, well, part of it might be a fence. People said, oh, he's changed his mind. You haven't changed your mind because you told me that during the election.
No, we're going to build a wall. I mean, I heard that every once in a while. They'd say, well, maybe it's not going to be totally full. Now, there are certain places you don't need a wall because you have, you have mountains, you have other things, you have large and rather vicious rivers. But, no, we're building a wall. It's going to be a real wall because we're going to stop the drugs from coming in. We're going to have people come in, but they're going to come in legally. And we're going to have a great wall. We're going to have a real wall, and we're going to stop what's happening because what's happening in our country is very sad in so many different ways. But we are going to stop those drugs from coming in.
Yeah. One of the things that you have an opportunity is you have a Republican House and a Republican Senate.
First time in a long time.
First time in a long time. And even people like Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell, you've been talking to these people regularly. How's that been going?
It's been going great. Both of them have been great. Paul and I have become, very close, I think. We agree on a lot of the things. We're going to put in a health care bill, a real strong health care bill. I think it's going to be terrific because the Obamacare is just, I tell you, look at what's happening. You see it, you report on it all the time. When you see 116% increases in Arizona and you see the kind of numbers you're talking about and the tremendously high deductibles where you don't even get to use it. So we're going to do something that's going to be great for the people and a lot less expensive, much better and less expensive.
I look at four things that I think would lead to great economic success. It reminds me a little bit of Reagan, 15% corporate tax rate, repatriation of trillions.
Right.
I think Obamacare will be like a tax cut for some people.
A big tax cut.
And energy independence is huge.
Yep.
How much of this do you think you'll be able to do through rescinding executive orders?
Well, I think we're going to do a lot of it, and I don't think we have to rescind. We're going to be rescinding executive orders, but I don't think we're going to have to use very many executive orders because we have a Congress that's going to go along with things. And I think a lot of Democrats are going to join the train, if you want to know the truth.
Have you talked to many?
People, yes, I have. And people are, I know so many people in politics over the years. A lot of people said, oh, John, he's never been in politics. I've really been very active, mostly from the other side. But we're going to have a lot of Democrats joining us on a lot of these things, maybe even health care. But so many of the things that we're going to be pushing, they're common sense. And we will get a lot of support, and I think that's going to start happening very soon.
One of the things that I went through, you're still solid on Supreme Court justices,
Yeah.
originalists,
Yeah,
solid on the wall.
We have one to appoint very soon. We're going to have to come up with a name. I'm down to probably 3 or 4.
Are they
These
from your
terrific
list?
people from the list.
Yeah.
They are terrific people, highly respected, brilliant people, and we'll be announcing that pretty soon, too.
And you'll have extreme vetting,
Right? Very extreme.
corporate, your corporate tax rate,
Right?
and you're going to have
And remember, we're also cutting taxes for the middle class. We're cutting taxes for virtually everybody, not just corporate. Corporate's almost the most important because it's going to create jobs like you've never seen. But we're cutting taxes for everyone. We're simplifying the system. It's going to be a tremendous tax cut for the middle class especially.
energy independence. How long after you've studied and looked at it, because I see millions of potential good-paying career jobs for people.
Right.
How big is that in your agenda?
Well, it's a big thing. I mean, we have so much energy we never knew about. You know, modern technology, starting about 6 years ago, the technology has been so incredible. We're sitting on vast wealth. We never knew we had it. And we have more than Saudi Arabia. We have more than countries that you would never even believe it's possible. And now we're going to start using it. We're going to put the miners back to work. We're going to put the steel workers back to work. We're going to make steel for ourselves when we build buildings instead of bringing it from other countries. And we're going to have a great time doing it.
My last question. Since you've been elected, some people have had a hard time dealing with it, and poor kids on college campuses have their professors giving them cocoa and aromatherapy and pet therapy and coloring books and Play-Doh. They're apparently very upset. They couldn't deal with it. Anything you'd like to say to them to reassure their sensitive feelings that it'll be okay?
I think they're going to be very happy. I think we're going to have a very safe country, a very prosperous country. We're going to do things that are going to create jobs for their parents in many cases, where their parents are going to be able to do a lot better. Although most of their parents voted for me, so I think they don't have the problem. But we're going to have a very prosperous and a very safe country, and I hope they realize that very soon.
Well, 1,100 families don't have to sell their house, their car, worry about sending their kids to college, and they'll have a good Christmas. Mr. President-elect, thanks for spending time with us. Appreciate it, and congratulations on your win.
Appreciate it very much.
Thank you very much.